All right, everyone. This morning I woke up to an email from Rodney. He has fixed and revised all of the big country hockey time teams and players throughout history. I don't have no idea what all he's done. I haven't looked yet. But again, this is the big country hockey time total history tome from 1918 all the way up to 2024. Every player, I don't want to say every single player in history, but it's probably every meaningful player on every team that played meaningful time. There's a new README file that explains the changes. And then, of course, let's go take a look at the... So I put on pause my 2011 Stanley Cup play because I was waiting for these new... and I wanted to see, here we go, Boston Bruins. Tome, 4, sweet. So the goalies are fixed. Tim Thomas is now a 4, which is the best you can possibly be. His backup Rask is a 2. That looks perfectly sound. And wow, lots of the pluses that were, there were way too many pluses based on how the game engine's designed. And so it looks as though he's re-rated players and he's removed a lot of pluses, which is actually very, very cool. Tim Thomas, though, being I think he won with the Conn Smythe and the Vivek. I can't remember the name of the goalie awards, but he was the best goalie in the NHL, and he won that series playing fantastic hockey. And then, of course, we have toned down all the plus players, which is very nice to see. So I'm assuming he's re-rated every single player in the set over. Thank you, Rodney. So thank you times 10 for just doing it the first time. Thank you times 100 for redoing it all for us. You didn't have to. We would have all been happy just to have these. However, it's now going to be that much more. And the Canucks, yeah, look, Luongo's a 3. Luongo is a 3 and Schneider's a 3. So hallelujah, these are fixed too. They were 1s. All 4 goalies in this game were 1s. That was why the scores were too high. So we got Luongo re-rated, Schneider re-rated. Holy cow. And yeah, all the pluses on the defensive side here are gone. But we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 defensemen that are 4s. That's incredible. Vancouver lost the series, but shut out Boston in 2 games, 1-0 and 1-0. Vancouver's defense was just phenomenal. And it's represented here, 4 defensive players with 4s, 2 with 3. And the 2 goalies with 3s. This is phenomenal. And again, all those pluses that were kind of, just a few too many pluses, those have been reduced. I don't know what else he changed, but it looks more like what your fictional team creation should look like. You're going to have only a handful of pluses on the team, and you're going to have 4s are going to be superstars, which you can have, of course, but you won't roll up a ton of 4s when you start your teams, but outstanding. And then some 0s, which make complete sense. So it looks as though he has re-rated completely everything, which is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I think he talks about it here in the README file, what he changed and how it changed. So I love that. Yeah, that's beautiful. So there you have it, folks. Brilliant work. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, of all of my games, my big country time sports games that are all designed to use fictional teams and players, but could be used as replay games if somebody were to rate again accurately. And when you did basketball, my friend, that just adds so much more to my basketball time. But if I've said this before, if somebody would have said to me, for your game, what would you want real players in? And it was no doubt hockey, because I play a lot more hockey than I will basketball or racing, etc. And one of the reasons I don't play my hockey time games much is, to be honest, I prefer playing real historical hockey as opposed to a fictional hockey league. So ironically, but I don't make replay games. And but if I wanted to replay hockey, I want to play with real cats. So it's strange, I know, but that's kind of how I feel about my hockey time on the table. And so this this would have been a priority. If somebody would have said to me, Jason, man, I want to rate. What do you want me to do? And I would have said, oh, I'd love hockey rated. But it would have been one of those things I would have never asked another human being to do unless, because that's a lot of hockey players from 1918 to 2024. Every team, every player. That's tough. That's tough to do. And it's going to be fun to look back. Like 1918, this is it. These are the guys. So these cats played like 60 minutes. Man, but look at this. Joe Malone, 4+. Lalonde, 4+. Corbeau, 4+. Joe Hall, 4+. Damn. They're a single goalie. I love it. Oh, they only played 20 games. That's why they played so long. 3. So going all the way back to the birth of hockey. And I love the small rosters. I mean, you're talking about having 1 or 2 lines. And they only played 21 games. Man, it's just so cool. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Holy cow. The Montreal Wanderers only played 4 games, it looks like. Ottawa Senators, their goalie's 22. So, wow, look at these guys. Nybor, Dura, Highland, and Boucher are all 4s. Holy cow. Denny is 4+. So these guys were on the ice. This is so cool. I'm telling you, so to be able to go back to the birth of the NHL is kind of incredible too. So I can't think of there's our world hockey. Yeah, okay. Now this is looking a little more. Not so many pluses, not so many 4s. The last one, holy cow! But the Cleveland Crusaders, holy, look at this defense. Jiminy Christmas! So now you set up a league. This is trade bait, baby. Right? If you set up a league, and you want to make trades and stuff, or you set up a league with your friends, or you want to do a dump and draft. But look, dude, whoever takes Cleveland has got trade bait. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perfect defenders on this squad. Damn. That is definitely trade bait. You know, you want to get that third scoring line up. I would trade one of these defenders. I'd trade my right winger, Rycroft, and one of these defenders to get a higher rated right winger and lower rated defenseman. That's what I would do. So here's a team that's just stout. That's incredible. Anyway, I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Rodney, on behalf of the entire community of hockey fans and hockey lovers, but also for all of those who actually play and enjoy my hockey time game. Thank you again. Bye-bye.